Welcome to Fresh Talk Network.
Today we're focusing on a figure whose impact on multiple industries is, well, undeniable. Elon Musk.
Right.
While his current ventures like Tesla, SpaceX, and X dominate headlines, our mission today is to rewind the clock a bit. We want to unearth the earliest chapters of his story, to try and understand the origins of that drive and vision.
That's exactly right. We're aiming to go beyond just the surface level facts of his biography, you know?
Yeah.
The goal is really to extract the nuanced insights from his formative years, his childhood in South Africa, his family background.
And how that early engagement with technology kind of set the stage.
Precisely. We want to understand not just what happened, but how these early experiences sculpted the global innovator we see today.
Exactly. We're not just listing events. We're sort of searching for those specific aha moments.
Yeah, the sparks.
Those crucial details that reveal the kindling for his ambition. So if you're ready, let's journey back to the very start of a truly remarkable path.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's begin with his roots. Elon Musk's childhood in South Africa. Pretoria, right?
Yeah.
What do our sources tell us about that early environment?
Well, yeah, Pretoria. The sources paint a rather complex picture, foundational for sure.
How so? And the family background specifically.
Okay, so his father, Elon Musk, was a successful engineer, also a property developer.
Right.
And his mother, May Musk, a dietitian and model, still very active today, actually.
True.
From his father, you can definitely see maybe where he inherited a pragmatic engineering mindset, maybe a knack for business too. However, their relationship, well, it's widely reported, particularly by biographers, as notoriously strained.
It's putting it mildly from what I've read.
Exactly. And some suggest this really difficult dynamic fostered a profound desire for independence in Elon.
Ah, okay.
And maybe a relentless drive for control, which you could argue became defining traits later on.
Makes sense. What about the broader context? South Africa at that time, apartheid.
Right. While it might not have directly influenced his, say, tech pursuits specifically.
It certainly contributed to a powerful ambition to eventually leave, to build a future free from those specific societal constraints, you know?
That's a significant piece of context. It really does sound like fertile ground for developing both intellectual curiosity and, well, a strong will.
Definitely.
And that leads us right into his incredible early attraction to technology. We hear a lot about this early fascination.
Oh, yeah.
What precisely do the sources tell us about how that showed up? Were there any specific moments or areas he really gravitated towards?
Absolutely. And this wasn't just casual interest, like picking up a toy and putting it down.
Right.
It was an intense, almost insatiable intellectual curiosity.
Right.
The sources really highlight that he didn't just dabble.
He immersed himself.
Totally immersed. He reportedly spent upwards of 10 hours a day reading.
10 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Devouring not just science fiction, which definitely sparked his imagination for, future possibilities, but also encyclopedias.
Encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Encyclopedias, history, philosophy. Just this relentless thirst to understand the world and how it worked. It was profound.
Okay, that's intense.
And a really key moment was when he got his first computer, a Commodore VEC-20. He was 10.
He was 10.
And by 12, he had taught himself programming, basic, from a manual.
He taught himself from a manual.
Yep. That foundational grasp of logic and system design built through sheer self-study and this immense will to learn. It's incredibly telling, isn't it?
It really is. Fascinating. Reading so much, teaching himself code.
Yeah.
It sets the stage.
Yeah.
But then it gets even more intriguing when we connect that self-taught technical skill to an actual, commercially successful project.
Ah, you're talking about the game.
Exactly. At just 12 years old, selling his first creation. What was that all about?
Indeed. At that remarkably young age, 12, Elon Musk programmed and actually sold his very first video game.
What was it called again?
Blaster. A space-themed shooter, pretty typical for the era, but still.
Okay.
He coded it in BASIC, like we said, and managed to sell the code for $500.
$500 in the early 80s. That's not insignificant for a 12-year-old.
Not at all. He sold it to a magazine called PC and Office Technology.
Right.
And this story, it isn't just some quirky factoid, It's a really powerful illustration of that early entrepreneurial spirit.
Combined with the tech skills he just taught himself.
Exactly. It shows this innate drive not just to create something from scratch, but then to actually bring that creation to the world.
To make it accessible and understand its value.
Yes, its market value. It's just a vivid snapshot of ingenuity, meaning practical commercial application, right there at age 12.
It really makes you think, What were we doing at 12?
Definitely not programming and selling video games, I can tell you that.
Me neither?
Yeah.
But seriously, what does that act tell you? Not just creating, but commercializing it. About his nascent understanding of the market and maybe his future path.
Well, if we zoom out a bit, like you say, this moment represents a pivotal blend, doesn't it? Innovation, technical skill, and this budding business sense all emerging at the same time.
All in one go?
Yeah. This early success with Blaster, it wasn't just about the programming itself. It probably instilled a critical lesson in direct feedback loops.
I mean,
Like, you build something, you put it out there, you market it, you sell it, and you see immediate results. Or you don't, right?
right, okay. That makes sense.
And this iterative, commercially driven approach, starting right there at age 12, arguably became a foundational blueprint.
For how he'd approach things later. Zip to SpaceX.
Pretty much. It demonstrates an early understanding of integrating cutting-edge technology, or at least his cutting-edge tech at the time, with real-world demand and finding a way to monetize that intersection.
So it wasn't just a hobby.
No, far from it. It was an early, self-driven demonstration of a distinct mindset. See an opportunity, create a solution, figure out how to deliver it, and do it profitably.
And that early success must have boosted his confidence, too.
No, undoubtedly. Reinforce his confidence in his own abilities to create actual value.
Okay, so that entrepreneurial spark, already clear with Blaster, obviously needed a bigger stage, right?
Seems that way.
So after these formative years in South Africa, what prompted the huge leap? Leaving for North America? That couldn't have been an easy choice, especially so young.
No, definitely not. And this brings us to a really significant pivot in his journey, one that speaks volumes about his ambition, I think.
What were the drivers?
The sources highlight very specific, deeply ingrained motivations. It wasn't just a casual, let's see what happens kind of move.
It was strategic.
Very strategic, yes. Driven by this powerful desire for a more intellectually and technologically advanced ecosystem.
Yeah.
He was actively seeking a place where his unconventional ideas wouldn't just be tolerated, but could genuinely flourish.
Somewhere less constrained than what he felt South Africa offered at the time.
Exactly. Unburdened by what he perceived as more conservative or limited structures there, he seemed to possess this profound understanding, even at a young age.
That he needed to be elsewhere for his big ideas.
Yes. That for his grander visions to materialize, he needed to be at the epicenter of technological innovation and opportunity.
Which, at the time, meant North America.
Yeah.
Canada first, then the U.S.
Right. And this proactive search for fertile ground rather than just waiting for opportunities to maybe come to him.
Yeah, that says a lot.
It speaks volumes about his conviction and his long-term vision. Even back then, he consciously sought out an environment that could match the scale of his aspirations.
It really sounds like a quest, doesn't it? A quest for an environment that could truly meet and maybe even fuel his ambitions. A place to really stretch his wings.
That's a good way to put it.
So how did this decision, this proactive move to seek wider horizons, how did that contribute to shaping him into the, transformative global figure we know today?
Well, I think this move underscores a critical lesson for any aspiring innovator, really.
Which is?
That foundational skills and passions, even when they're nurtured in what might seem like small beginnings.
Like Pretoria in the 70s and 80s.
Right. They ultimately often require a larger, more supportive environment to fully blossom. For Musk, North America represented that larger stage.
It provided the resources, the network.
Exactly. It's a testament to actively seeking out and embracing environments that foster exponential growth and allow for significant impact.
Rather than just accepting the limitations of where you start.
Precisely. This blend of innate drive combined with that proactive, almost migratory pursuit of opportunity. You see that thread in many biographical narratives of successful innovators, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
It demonstrates a profound understanding that growth often requires moving beyond comfort zones into new territories and having the courage to act on that understanding, especially at a young age.
It allowed him to connect.
Connect with the resources, the intellectual capital, the sheer scale of the challenges he was ultimately driven to tackle. He wouldn't have found that same scale initially back home.
Okay, so let's try and piece this all together then. As we look back at these early chapters, how do these different elements, the childhood in South Africa, those complex family dynamics, that really remarkable early tech fascination, the self-teaching,
The reading, the coding.
the impressive feat of programming and selling Blastar at 12,
Can't forget Blastar.
and then that bold, intentional move to North America. How do all these converge? How did they create the foundation for the Elon Musk we observe now? The one who consistently challenges entire industries.
Well, what emerges from putting it all together is, I think, a powerful tapestry. It's like biography mixed with a blueprint for innovation almost.
A blueprint. Interesting.
Yeah, it shows that the journey to becoming a global disruptor is rarely just one single event or trait.
It's combination.
It's rooted in this remarkable combination of intense early curiosity, those tangible acts of creation and problem solving like Blastar.
And that relentless pursuit.
A relentless, almost preemptive pursuit of knowledge and opportunity, even when it means making really difficult, life-altering choices like leaving home.
So these aren't just isolated anecdotes from his youth.
No, they're interconnected threads, absolutely. His early tech immersion built the skills, right?
Right.
Blastar instilled that entrepreneurial confidence, the feedback loop mindset we talked about, and the move to North America provided the necessary scale and environment for these attributes to converge and, well, mature.
So the specific details aren't just, like, fun facts.
Not at all. They're critical insights into how that singular drive was formed, how that visionary mindset developed, the one that continues to push technological and industrial boundaries on such a global scale.
It's really a story of sequential, compounding experiences.
Exactly. Shaping an extraordinary trajectory.
Wow. What an incredibly insightful deep dive into the roots of Elon Musk's, well, pioneering path.
It's quite a story when you lay it out like that.
It really is. We've seen how his childhood in South Africa, that foundational self-taught technical skill,
Yeah, pretty amazing.
and the truly remarkable feat of programming and selling Blastar at 12 years old, how all that contributed to shaping his future.
Definitely laid some groundwork.
And that ultimate decision to seek bigger opportunities, a more advanced technological ecosystem in North America, clearly a defining moment, driven by that insatiable thirst for knowledge and impact.
It absolutely highlights that the foundational experiences of our youth,
Yeah.
Coupled with a determined pursuit of our passions
And finding the right place.
and that strategic search for the right environment, it can lay an incredibly strong groundwork for monumental future achievements.
The seeds of transformative innovation.
They're often planted and nurtured long, long before they come to full fruition. It's rarely overnight success.
Absolutely. And that brings us to a thought-provoking question for you, the listener, to consider. Reflect on your own early passions. Maybe those small beginnings or curiosities you might have dismissed as just childhood whims.
Or maybe a key decision you made.
Right. Or even a key decision you made perhaps years ago to pursue a larger opportunity, to move somewhere new, to change direction.
Yeah.
How might those experiences be quietly shaping your path to future innovation, unique contributions? Maybe in ways you're only just beginning to truly appreciate and understand.
It's a powerful thought.
It is. Something to mull over. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks, everyone.
We hope you carry this insight forward.